Alright. Hello everyone and welcome back to another Warcraft 3 gameplay cast with me, Thendis32. Let us get the sound all situated so we can of course hear that epic fighting. Now, that's loud. Now I know what you're thinking, guys. Another orc versus undead game? Well, sadly, for those of you that have been watching me for a while, you know I try my best not to cast the same games that, say, like Crota have casted or Back to Warcraft has casted. I really try my best. That way, for people who do watch all those channels, they can get more of a variety of games to watch. Which does mean the replays that I am able to cast are kind of strict and limited. So yes, Orc versus Undead again, but I promise you that it will be good. So let's introduce our players, spawning as the Teal Undead. We have TBC_BM. I'm just gonna call him BM for the heck of it. And his opponent, spawning as the Purple Orc, we have Huaidan. I believe Huaidan. Sounds right. So it is Orc versus Undead, of course, Turtle Rock, and already we see a big mix-up here. Instead of that standard Blade Master that we're used to seeing, we see a Tauren Chieftain as the first hero choice for Huaidan. It's gonna be a fun game. But we do not see any early war mill, so I don't think it's a headhunter build, as you do need a war mill to build headhunters. So it's going to be Tauren Chieftain grunts, actually. That's quite strange. Meanwhile, in the base of BM, we do see the normal Fiend build. So he does get the delayed Death Knight out, but he does get more Fiends for the early game, and of course the more later tech. I've said it plenty of times for you guys. Now, Tauren Chieftain first. Y'all know me, I like some theory craft, but with the Tauren Chieftain, I'm not really sure what to expect or to guess. We do see that Endurance Aura first. So, of course, increased attack speed and unit movement for those orc units. As Huaidan's gonna creep out his green spot. Meanwhile, BM looks like he wants to do a very aggressive creep. Gonna try to quickly creep out the Orange Ogre Warrior camp. And if he can't get away with that, maybe a sweet item for the Death Knight. But so far, Huaidan continued to creep. Got a Mantle of Intelligence to start the game off, so more stomps or shockwaves later on. I'm not really sure. I'm gonna assume that he'll go stomp when the Tauren Chieftain gets level 2. Although Shockwave can also be powerful, it's just usually see Stomp for the Tauren Chieftain versus Undead. But usually you see the Tauren Chieftain third or second. Alright, BM creeping out his spot. Getting his Death Knight nice and crept up. Gonna use a coil just to get that Ogre down. Claws of Attack +6. Good item later on for the Lich, of course. And Huaidan continuing to creep, got double salves, ring of protection. What are the techs looking like? We still don't see a tech to tier 2 out of Huaidan. Usually orcs will start their tech by now. He's deciding to spend his gold in more grunts. Whereas BM has started his tech to tier 2. He did a 2 fiend tech. Me personally, I do 3 fiends to tech versus orc. I just feel that's more safe. And BM's gonna creep out his Goblin Merchant camp. And for those of you that don't know much about Turtle Rock, this Ogre Magi right here drops a nice Watcher Ward, which acts as a permanent Sentry Ward. So permanent map vision for whoever picks it up, and it looks like BM will be the one to pick it up. And Talisman Evasion, not the greatest item, might quickly be sold. And Huaidan gonna go quickly for the red spy here. I like this, actually. See what the super duper item will be from that Forest Troll Warlord. Does he plan to expand? No, we do see tech to tier 2 out of him. So maybe expansion later on, you never know. Like I said, I love that theory craft. And the super duper item is Rune Bracers. Very nice item. 33% of the magic dealt to that Tauren Chieftain is deducted. So basically that Coil Nova Undead Nuke isn't as strong if used on the Tarn Chieftain. Although it does take away the damage, it doesn't make him invulnerable, so of course he still has to worry for those coils and stuff. We do see the level 3 on the Tarn Chieftain, and a nice skeleton scout by BM here does see that the spot was being prepped. And he sends another skeleton into the main base of Huaidan just to see what's what. And I believe this is BM's first sight of that Tarn Chieftain. So I'm sure the gears in his head are starting to work, like, what am I going to do versus this? But right now he is creeping out. The Gargantuan Sea Turtle is known to drop some pretty nice potions, such as the Greater Mana, the Greater Healing, and the Greater Invuln. So he does get the Greater Healing Pot. It's also known to drop some crappier items, such as the Roar Scroll and the Wand of Mana Stealing. Alright, tier 2 just about to finish for BM. Then I'm pretty sure he'll go for that Lich second and more than likely a Slaughterhouse. There's the Lich as the second hero choice for BM. And what are you building, Acolyte? There's the Slaughterhouse. Meanwhile, the tech for Huaidan still not finishing up. More skeleton scouts going in by BM. Oh, and we got ourselves a creep jack. Well, the creeps weren't started, but I like that catchphrase. DK going right on in, stop being used. And a surround here. That DK is surrounded. Gonna use the Greater Healing Potion. He is trying to get some more grunts. Another stomp being used by the TC. That grunt's getting pretty low. 47 health. We'll be able to get away with that endurance aura. But that was close for BM. If he didn't have that potion, he might have been forced to use his TP or let that DK die. But I'm pretty sure at level 3 he will not let that DK die. Ooh. And we see a Temple of the Damned out of BM and no tech to tier 3. So I'm assuming he'll go Banshees. I'm Necrowagon? I don't know. This is a bit strange, but now Huaidan going in for that creep jack. I love that. But BM will be able to back off with the Unhoyar. He is able to be out, but Huaidan using his speed scroll here, using stomp. Will he get a fiend? No, he won't. It does get coiled. The Lich is back out. Went for Frost Shield first, so no Nova quite yet. Which does give Huaidan a little bit of time for that undead nuke damage starts stacking up. Alright, but what do we see out of Huaidan? We see a tech to tier 3. We do see a Spirit Lodge. So tier 3 can only mean really for the Lightning Orb and probably the Berserker upgrade on the Troll Headhunters. One thing I do want to say is, for those of you that don't know, if you stick with the solo hero, this goes for any race. Each time you tech up, that solo hero gains more experience from creeping and killing units. So if he sticks with the solo Tarn Chieftain, when he gets up to tier 3, he'll be gaining loads of XP. And it's not split between the two heroes, such as like a Blade Master and Shadowhunter's experience would be split. But right now, BM's doing a bit of damage. TC going in with the speed scroll. Think he tried to land a nice stomp. Frost Shield on the Lich. Oh, the TC has enough mana for the stomp. I think he's just trying to get that money stomp. That might be it. Surround going on the Death Knight. The Fiend is able to let him out. Frost Shield going down. Oh, this is close. Another stomp being used. Kodo getting himself a Fiend for a snack. And BM is forced to TP out. And the snack does agree with the Kodo Beast, so he will be able to digest that Fiend very slowly. Meanwhile, we still don't see tier 3 out of BM, but we do start seeing some Banshees here. Don't see the Adab training, though.
A player's forces are under attack.
It's such a strange game, but more Banshees on the way. Meanwhile, Huaidan is at tier 3. We do see the Ensnare for the Raiders, of course. So Stomp and Snare is a lot of crowd control there for Huaidan. Huaidan. I'm pretty sure I've been mispronouncing his name. I'm sure someone's going to leave a comment below like, you dumb American. Pronounce our names correctly. Well, BM continuing to creep. Not sure why he's not solo creeping with the Lich. Try to get him leveled up. You definitely would want a level 3 Lich, so you could have that level 2 Coil, level 2 Nova Nuke. And keep in mind that BM does see Huaidan creeping this out, as even though the Fiend's in the stomach and technically shouldn't see anything, it is still giving BM map vision to this. We do see that Orb of Lightning onto Huaidan's Tarn Chieftain. Late tech to tier 3 out of BM, but better late than never, especially if you want that Orb of Corruption. You do need tier 3 for that. Alright, now BM's going to go in for an engagement. It is currently 39 supply for Huaidan versus 45 of BM. One grunt goes down. And with the Banshees here, they do, of course, know the curse effect, which does reduce the damage of a unit with curse and makes them have a higher chance of missing an attack. And we do see the obsidian statues, forgot to mention that, of course, for the healing and mana regeneration. And I like this out of BM. He keeps sending skeletal minions, making sure his opponent doesn't try to go for some sneaky expansion. But now Huaidan coming in. Is he going to use another speed scroll? He sure does like those speed scrolls. They are pretty cheap. They only cost 50 gold. Alright, Huaidan going to go in. No, he's going to help BM creep, actually. Kappa. Lol. And so he does get the turtle. The big turtle is still up. The item holder here. Oh. Oh. TC trying to go in. BM's got to be careful of that stomp. Speed scroll being used. Oh, all the fiends quickly burrowing, not even trying to go for it, but a nice stomp there. Both of the Kodos getting a snag. Banshee's going down here. So far, so good for Huaidan. Will the Kodos snack agree with them? Gotta question that. Fiend gonna burrow. Obsidian statue getting caught in a bad spot. Don't want to lose that. That's 200 gold down the drain. Keep in mind you can't frost shield the destroyer. There is no tier 3, so there is no destroyers. Another stomp. Obsidian statue goes down. These Tarn Chieftains landing some nice stomps. Another one being used. He is out of mana though. Doesn't have any more left in him. Alright, Fiends one by one going down. Frost Shield coil onto this one. But the Purge from the Lightning Orb does take away the Frost Shield. Alright, Fiend burrowing down again. Oh, TC trying to land in. I believe it is 100 mana for the stomp. There it is. Hitting a lot of units here, but curse on all of these orc units, making it very hard for stuff to get killed. Level 3 in the Lich. He will burrow away. The Death Knight is out of death coils. The Lich, he does not have enough mana for Novas. Alright, now Kodo's starting to get focused down. Coil being used onto him with the mana pot. Alright, Crit Fiend gonna be saved from that Kodo's stomach here, and Huaidan might be overextending here. He's down the 40 supply, whereas BM's at 49. What are the upgrades looking like? We're at 2-0 upgrades for BM versus 1-0 upgrades for Huaidan. But we do see more Kodos. He's still working off double Rax Bestiary. So he really wants to stick with this grunt composition. And really, there's no anti-air here, so if BM could get tier 3, which he is, and get the destroyer upgrade, and get a ton of destroyers out, I don't think that BM, Huaidan, it's my bad, will have a answer to this. Now, I like this by BM. He got the backpack upgrade. We got a ghoul with the mana pot and orb corruption, just moving the items over. We gotta make sure that ghoul doesn't die, though, or else Huaidan could possibly steal that item. Alright, so the Lich does have his baby, his nice purple deformed baby.
Are under attack.
And we see Huaidan creeping out the red camp at the turtle's tail here. See what the super duper item will be from the Ogre Lord. And the super duper item is Crystal Ball. Not the greatest item in the world. Can use it to reveal, get some vital map information. We do see a sacrificial pit coming in from BM. At the same time he's hitting, and we see a Naga Sea, which is the third hero choice. So no Dark Ranger, no Pit Lord. Alright, does Huaidan TP in to respond? He's building towers here. He's going to try to go for a Secret Expo. All at the meantime, BM's doing some damage. Huaidan at 42 supply, BM at 54. And Huaidan not really paying much attention here. He is at level 5, so he can gain no more experience from creeping. It looks like he's going to try to force a TP out of BM, who is starting a boneyard here. Might be canceled, more than likely will. Alright, BM going for the burrows. They do have the reinforced defense upgrade, making them all quite tanky. Meanwhile, at the same time, we have Huaidan going in. Ghouls being pulled off the wood to defend, but they're just getting shredded. Now the Temple of the Dam getting attacked. Alright, who's going to be the one to TP first? Huaidan getting some defensive towers. We do not see spirit towers being upgraded, as the boneyard was canceled. Oh, now the Black Citadel getting focused down. Someone's going to have to TP soon. We have peons being pulled to repair. Oh my gosh, the Banshees actually possessed the Raider here, which allows him to ensnare the peon. I like that. Alright, Acolyte's being pulled off the mine. Alright, BM will be the first one to TP. Huaidan gonna TP right back out. And meanwhile, we see more and more towers and a shop being built by Huaidan. I'm pretty sure BM has no idea is here.
Our forces are under attack.
Although, I do believe he has a shade somewhere around. He has a sacrificial pit to make one. So if this expansion goes unnoticed, Huaidan can get a huge economic boost and outmass BM. Alright, TC, how close is he to level 6? He's still got quite a ways to go, but Reincarnation is a very strong ability. When it's off cooldown, if the Tarn Chieftain dies, he comes back not only with full health, but full mana as well. So what good orc players will do, and I've seen this quite a bit, is they'll stomp, shockwave, use all the spells they can right when it gets off of cooldown, try to get their mana low, just to get the full effectiveness out of the TC. And so when he dies, he'll come back with full mana, and he just has another round of stomps, more damage and stuff. And it's just really super strong here. And it looks like Huaidan gonna continue the pressure. It's 52 supply for BM versus 40 of Huaidan, who is actually supply capped, so he's gonna need to remake a burrow or something. He has one on the way. And he's going straight for the Black Citadel here, and Huaidan really content on making this a base race situation. There are 2 towers here, along with some burrows that can be loaded up with peons. So a lot of static defense here. Alright, Cutter gonna come in, does snag himself a fiend. Meanwhile, Acolyte's being pulled off the gold mine, trying to resurrect that Black Citadel.
The town is under siege.
Alright. Death Knight taking a little bit too much damage. He does have the Greater Healing Potion, but that doesn't mean you want to use it for no reason. I don't know why that Death Knight's taking so much damage. Alright, Huaidan. He's out of gold. No more gold. He can't repair. These Acolytes are doing nothing here. And I think he'll lose the Black Citadel. Does he have a TP? Alright, he does have a TP. BM gonna TP in. Huaidan quickly TPing out. He's continuing this base race scenario here. And actually, now that I think about it, he has pillage. I would think Huaidan, if he's gonna go a Raider Grunt army composition, that he would invest in pillage. So when the Grunts and Raiders are, of course, hacking and smacking on that Black Citadel, he's getting a little chunk of wood and a little chunk of gold, which is very nice, because BM's economy is wrecked.
A player's forces are under attack.
He has no gold. All of his ghouls died, so that's the wood he's stuck with, unless he wants to rebuild more ghouls. And right now, BM creeping out this red camp, and the super duper item was Claws of Attack plus 12. Very nice item for the Lich. Alright, it looks like Huaidan gonna try to creep out the final red camp in the game. So the final super duper item from the Forest Troll Warlord. I'm sure you're all waiting in anticipation. You're like, oh, what is that item? You're flipping out. You're telling your girlfriends about it, your boyfriends about it, whatever. And it is Lion's Horn of Stormwind. Not the greatest item. Probably gonna get sold for... can't remember if it's like 200 or 250 gold, somewhere around there. And we do have that level 5 Death Knight, level 2 Naga, and level 4 Lich out of BM. So not bad hero levels, I would say. And it looks like he is going to go back in for the attack here. Not sure what all this defense was about. I guess he doesn't really have the wood or gold to build the Great Hall, unless he bought a tiny Great Hall or something. But BM continuing to be relentless. Coil Nova gonna snipe a Raider, and BM TPing out as Huaidan's right back in his base. He's gonna try to speed scroll out. He doesn't have a TP. Stomping used by Tarn Chieftain. Very nice stomp. Stuns that whole undead army, allowing him to run away. And I would say, really, he's kind of playing this Helsing style. I know we really haven't seen much out of Helsing lately, but I noticed he likes to do these run-bys. He's playing that run-by style. keeping the pressure on, forcing your opponent to use TP after TP after
A player's
TP.
forces are under attack.
And you gotta think about it, that gold's adding up. That's 350 gold per charge here. Death Knight gonna coil the grunt. It is a level 3 coil, but he was not able to kill it as they do have the Berserker strength upgrade. And I believe when BM saw those units running over, he could kind of put together what he saw. He really didn't see anything according to the replays. So we do see the level 3 in the Naga. And we see the Frost Storm coming in, and once again, with no anti-air really, but towers and ensnares, Frosties are gonna do a good chunk of damage here. Oh, but we do start to see Troll Berserkers being built. So that is very nice. God, you're gonna try to afford Froststorm army off of one ghoul? It's gonna take you a while, my friend. Oh, we got engagement. Coil Nova onto the grunt. Fort Lightning being used. Huaidan managing to snipe an obsidian statue as he speed scrolls away. TC gonna get another stomp, but he does get Nova, slowing him down just a little bit. BM trying to chase him down. Another Nova. He really wants that Tarn Chieftain. Coil being used as well. And there's no invuln pots, nothing here to save the TC. He could slowly get nuked down, but the Death Knight gonna get ensnared, allowing the TC to try to run away. And probably pick up an invuln pot at the marketplace. No, he's gonna run by the towers. He can pick up a potion there. Nice shade there by BM. He can see what's what. He sees there's no Great Hall there, so he really doesn't need to attack in that spot. He realizes this. He's going to the main. Meanwhile, the supplies are looking 43 for Huaidan versus 53 of BM. BM up 10 supply, probably because of that Frosty. I doubt he got the Frost Breath upgrade. No, he did not. Oh, and snare on the Fiend as he is in tower range. Can Huaidan defend? He's trying to heal up with the salves. He picked up an invuln pot. Fort Lightning being used by BM. Kodo gonna steal himself a snack. But it does not agree with his stomach, as it causes him to die of food poisoning. Alright, a snare going down the Frosty. Headhunters trying to focus him down. Even using their Berserk upgrade. Tarn Chieftain coming in. Stomps, hits quite a bit of Fiends, but the coil does hit the Frostworm. He's still getting focused down. And TC is not at level 6 yet, so he really has to be careful with him. DK using a mana pot, I believe. Alright, another ensnare on the Frostworm. He continues to get focused down. 2 Fiends did burrow. Alright, Coil going down onto the Frostworm, and Huaidan just losing quite a bit of units here. Alright, more grunts going down. Frosty finally goes down, and we see the level 6 TC. We see the resurrection. As the TC gets focused down, he dies, but he will come back with full health and full mana here. Is that enough to survive? The main gold mines have run out, so neither player is mining gold. Another stomp being used. Alright, now the Lich getting focused down. Death Knight has enough mana for the coils. Will use it again, but now the TC gonna use an invuln pot as the undead damage is pretty high. Kodo trying to come in for a snack. Not really sure if he's gonna get it. Alright, the invuln pot is off here. Stop being used. The Lich getting focused down, but at the same time, the TC. Oh, but the Lich had a healing potion, and the TC goes down. Level 5 on the Lich. And GG is called. Nice win there by BM. I give Huaidan some credit. He's trying to mix it up a little from the stale meta. I give him credit, but trying new strategies is really hard. If you guys like this cast, subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you want to watch me play Warcraft 3, follow me at Twitch at Thundus32, and I'll catch you guys later.